Hello friends, and welcome back to the Mothership. Today we're going to be cooking up a tri-tip, and we're going to do it in the style of a brisket. Let's get started. So the obvious question, guys, is why would you ever cook a tri-tip in the style of a brisket? Well, the obvious answer is because you can get something that looks like that. Now, a tri-tip is not a cheap cut, but it is much cheaper than buying a full brisket, and it cooks a hell of a lot faster. So you can get a nice smoke ring, you can get something nice and juicy for a much smaller amount of money and a much faster cook time. I have never cooked one of these before, guys. So let me show you how I did this, and then at the very end, let's see how it tastes. This is a tri-tip, albeit not a huge one. This is about 2 pounds. This is a prime. You can see it has some nice marbling in there. Actually looks like a really good cut of steak. There's a little bit of fat on top, nothing too crazy. I could probably take off this side here, but I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm actually not gonna do really any trimming to this thing. Maybe a slight amount right there. And maybe I'll take this back just a little bit. Yeah, that looks fine. Take that off as well. Yeah, this is nice hard fat. So if I'm doing like a brisket, I guess the goal is to take the hard fat off, right? So get that off. Take this little piece right here. And a little bit on the side. Perfect. Now, since I'm doing it like I do all of my briskets, I am going to put the salt on now. Oh, I'm going to take this off actually. Want a little bit of aerodynamics. I think I'm going to fry this up and eat it in like 30 seconds because why waste such a good cut of meat? I'm going to go with my usual here, guys. Half a teaspoon per pound. So since this is 2 pounds, we're going with a teaspoon of kosher salt. I'm going to get it completely covered. Then I'm going to put it back into the fridge and let the salt sweat into the meat before I go ahead with putting on my pepper and my garlic powder. Perfect. Into the fridge we go on a wire rack. All of our salt has fully absorbed into the meat, so now I'm going to do my standard brisket rub, which is just coarse black pepper and about 50-50 minced garlic and powdered garlic. Make sure you get both sides. And of course, we gotta get the edges. Now we have a little bit more time before I want to put these onto the smoker, so they're gonna go back onto a wire rack. And I'm just gonna let it sit and let the exterior dry out a little bit in the fridge before we get going. We are now on the smoker at 180 degrees. I'm utilizing the top shelf, just like always. I want a little bit more space between the heating element and the piece of beef. I'm going to cook this for maybe 3 hours at 180 degrees to try and really build as much smoke as I can into it and start building that bark. At that point, I'll probably bump it up to 225 degrees. And then I'm going to run it at 225 until we get the bark formation I'm looking for and somewhere on an internal temperature of 160. And at that point, I'm going to wrap it just like I do with all my briskets. I really want to do this pretty much the exact same way I do my briskets, but adjust the timing, obviously, because it's such a smaller cut of meat. So for now, we're just going to let it do its thing. Keep going at 180, get some smoke into it before we bump it up to our working temperature of 225 degrees. Now we are approximately 5 hours into the smoke. Recap, I did about 3.5 hours at 180, then I bumped it up to 225. And this is the point where if it was a brisket, I would be wrapping it. We've kind of reached a stall. My instant read is showing about 160. So I'm going to wrap it in peach paper with some tallow, exactly how I would do a brisket. Obviously, it's a heck of a lot smaller, but same rules apply. Nice little package. This is going to go back on my smoker at 225 degrees until it probes tender. I'm going to assume this is going to act more like a flat on a brisket, which means just looking for probe tender. Temperature I don't care about as much, just looking for probe tender. Back on we go. Now the fun part about a tri-tip is actually when you cut it up, you end up kind of cutting it like a brisket. So the three corners of the tri-tip kind of turn into your point and your flat. And so you actually have to turn your tri-tip to get it to cut along with the grain correctly. But I have to say, honestly, I did not expect to get that level of smoke ring on here, and it looks pretty juicy. As far as cook times goes, we put it on around 10:30 and we took it off around 6:30. So we're looking at about 8 hours to cook this thing, which is significantly less time than a full brisket. But we only did 2 pounds of uncooked meat. So if you're cooking for a smaller amount of people, it might make it worth it. It is an expensive cut, but it's not as expensive as buying brisket. So there's a lot of factors in play here to see if it's actually worth doing versus just doing a full brisket. But the proof is going to be in the pudding, guys. I have never cooked a tri-tip style brisket. And oof, look at that. It is juicing up nice and lovely there. I think it's time to give it the old taste test, guys. I threw together a chimichurri that I'm going to eat along with this. I'll have the ingredients down below. It's pretty simple to make. Just some parsley, vinegar, olive oil, onions, yada, 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 all that fun stuff. More importantly, I'm excited to try this. So let's give it the old chomp, guys. Wow. I did not expect to get a tri-tip to taste this close to a brisket flat. It is definitely leaner than, a brisket point, but my goodness, this is so similar to a flat. Guys, if you haven't done this before and you're looking to cook a smaller amount of meat and you don't want leftovers for some crazy reason, definitely give this a try. If you can't find a brisket at home, but you can find a tri-tip, absolutely give this a try. You can cook this throughout your day and not have to worry about overnight cooks or all that crazy stuff. 100% try this. Now, am I going to stop cooking briskets? Probably not. But this is absolutely not what I expected to get out of this. This is really, really good. This is like cooking a brisket flat without having to deal with an overnight cook. Fantastic. Have you guys ever cooked one of these before? What's your favorite way to do this? Do you cook them hard and fast like you do a regular steak? Or do you go low and slow and do the brisket style? I would really be curious to know what you guys do down below. Send me a message. Obviously, all that YouTube jazz, like, comment, subscription, yada, yada, yada. Most importantly, what are you guys going to cook this weekend? And I'll catch you guys on the next cook.